And I believe we are live. Am I correct? Awesome. Welcome to day 2 at Graph Expo here in the Printerverse, booth 701. Everybody out there who's looking to have a little fun, get a little information and printspiration during their lovely stay here in Orlando, Florida. My name is Deborah Korn. I am from printmediacenter.com. This is my booth. I'm here with the fabulous Sandy Hubbard, Marco Morales, Mary Beth Smith, Girls Who Print, Jennifer Grace on the Twitter account, Josh Grace on the camera, and my mom, Lady Scanlot. If you come to my booth, you will find Lady Scanlot. She will scan you. You've been scanned by the rest. Come get scanned by the best. Booth 701. I know I got it from a pizza box, but it works. So we're starting off our day every day here in Orlando with an industry briefing from our alliance partners, who are some of the thought leaders in the industry, which is why we work with them. So yesterday I mentioned a little bit about my position, my take on the industry. So I just want to extend that a little more today. Watch the video yesterday. You can see part 1. This will be part 2 of it. I want to talk about social media. If you people are not on social media out there, you're missing an opportunity to connect with people on a human level that you don't normally get to connect with them when you're in a professional setting, or I mean not face-to-face, but I mean a webinar or a demo, or even when people come to your booth, they're there to do business. It's all business, and that's why they're here. But on social media, you have an opportunity to find out in the topics that they're actually interested in, engage them in a way that's less threatening. It's just more informative. It's just more, hey, we have resources for that. You know, if you're interested, here's the link. And you can create fans, and you can create a community around your products and services. So it's very important. It's pretty much why the Printerverse is here through social media. Every single member of the Alliance this year is on social media. Some of them I had to personally get on myself, but they've been on for over a year, and they're still doing it because they see the value in having these conversations and connecting with the community. So that's actually a perfect tie-in for our first speaker, who's not really a speaker. This is an industry brief, but I'd like to everybody to welcome Joanne Gore from Avanti Systems.
Thank you. Perfect introduction for what I wanted. Is this okay? All righty. Great introduction, Deborah. Thank you for having us in the Printerverse Alliance again this year. You helped make Graph Expo a top-notch event for us. So I am the Director of Marketing with Avanti, and we develop print MIS workflow solutions to help automate, streamline business processes for today's printer, to help you communicate better with your customers and be more efficient in your processes internally. Today, following on to what Deborah is saying, I am very pleased to officially launch Ask Avanti, which is a social media initiative that we've undertaken to offer members of the print community an opportunity to collaborate, share ideas and information, which we think will help drive business success. So how did a print software company decide to launch a social media initiative? So part of that is through our working with Deborah Korn and Print Media Center and the Printerverse. So she's given me some great ideas over the years. And Avanti's been in business for over 30 years, a long time, and we have a great, stable user group that's made up of over 500 members. And over the years, we've learned a lot from these members. They've asked us questions, we've asked them questions, and we recognize that with the changing landscape, and especially 2020, pretty much just around the corner, when we know that millennials are going to occupy 50% of the workforce, it was time to take a new look, and we needed to go beyond the technology, beyond the software, and beyond the way that we have been doing business. So we've decided to leverage some of the information that we've learned from our user community, share that, and help everybody engage with that community to develop new resources and new ideas. We will be taking some of the questions that folks answer, that some of these wonderful people ask, and we will be taking the information and the answers that are provided, whether it's through the community, through our own internal team who is also on board to answer questions, and we're going to take that and repurpose it and develop content that we will share with the community. Content could be ebooks, webinars, podcasts, infographics. We've actually just launched a brand new series of ebooks. The first one is What Business Decisions Are Costing You Business? So we've taken some of the information that we've learned and turned it into that first one. Some of the other titles we're working on is How to Avoid Geek Speak, How to Say Yes when the answer is no, How to Say No when the answer is yes. So we've got lots of really cool things happening. And we've got lots of great activities happening at the booth as well. We've got t-shirts, we've got buttons, and most importantly, and one of the main reasons that I'm really excited to be announcing this at Graph Expo, is because we're giving people an opportunity to come to the booth. And if you are not on social media, which I will let Deborah deal with you there, or you're just, for whatever reason, not on it here at the show floor, you're just dipping your toes in, you're not sure, we actually have paper forms that you can fill out your question to #AskAvanti and submit it, and I'll be tweeting those questions throughout the show just to give you an idea of some of the questions that are going to be asked. So Graph Expo is great because it gives us the opportunity to have these wonderful offline conversations with people for this great online initiative. So I really do encourage you all to come by the booth, lots of things. I've got buttons here and t-shirts if anybody wants them, happy to give them out. Woo-hoo! And please stop by, please ask questions, use #AskAvanti. You can also visit our website at avantisystems.com/AskAvanti if you want to download that first great new ebook. So thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Joanne Gore, Avanti Systems, and very cool that you're launching this in the Printerverse, so thank you very much for that. I love exclusives, people. This is an exclusive, so thank you very much. And Avanti has been an amazing partner for us. Joanne teaches me a lot of things about software and MIS systems because that's not my wheelhouse at all, and I'm like, Jojo, what is this and what does it do? And she's the person who tells me. So, and the thing that I love, one of the reasons I love working with Avanti, why this Ask Avanti thing is so amazing to me, is because I have actually sent people to Avanti, and when their system is not the right system for the customer, they send them to the competitor, quite frankly, who is right for them. And it's very rare that you know, people are like, oh, we can make it work, let's change your workflow. No, they're like, you know what? Right now at this time you're not right for us, we're going to help you for what is right for you, and maybe at another point you are, and you're going to remember that. And the people that you've helped in that way still tell other people, Avanti is awesome, check them out first regardless, and they will help you. So Ask Avanti, awesome. Thank you thank you, Jojo. Okay, next up, now you need to get out of here, that's the whole thing, like smooth exit. Next up, oh God, I always stress out at the last name. Palazzolo. Why I spaz on it? John Palazzolo, also known as Johnny P. Well, I call you Johnny P. From Adfos, is going to tell you about the amazing new drying and curing. Well, it's not new, but the drying and curing technology that you're pretty much changing the industry with. So, thought leader, everybody.
Good morning. Thanks, Deb. It's great to be here today. So, before I talk about Adfos and who we are, I want to talk a little bit about kind of the state of the industry and some of the stuff that we're seeing. We do specialize in drying and curing and sintering. What that means is we just kind of heat stuff up. But what we see happening is, you know, a lot of people are talking about the inkjet revolution, and I'm here to talk a little bit about inkjet evolution. Yes, inkjet, you know, it's the inkjet Drupa, it's the inkjet Graph Expo. The daily thing today, the first, you know, on the cover was all about inkjet. And yes, inkjet is changing some things. But what we're seeing is people really trying to push the envelope, push the boundaries of what they can do with inkjet. I mean, originally, you know, when it first came out, you know, it was just used for addressing. I mean, now we see, you know, car wraps. We see, you know, printing on substrates that people just never thought could happen before. That used to always be done with UV, particularly on difficult substrates, plastics, films, things like that. What we see happening now is the market is really driving more towards water-based. It's less expensive, it's more eco-friendly, and it's a really good solution. And you've heard the expression, better life through chemistry, right? Well, that's part of what's happening even within the inkjet world. The chemistries are changing and the inks are changing. And because of that, you need a drying technology that's going to do that. So we have customers coming to us with all different types of inkjet presses, whether it be from HP or Kodak or Ricoh or Screen or Canon and Osei and all the different ones out there. And they're saying, you know, we really want to do this with our inkjet press. And a lot of times what the bottleneck, so to speak, is drying. They can't get it to dry. They want to run their presses faster. And that's really where Adfos comes in. We can actually come in, we could retrofit your existing inkjet press with our drying and curing technology. You can run on more substrates, faster speeds, and really, you know, show an ROI very, very quickly. So that's really what we do. We push the envelope, we help our customers to push their equipment to do things that maybe they weren't originally designed to do, but they want them to do. So that's kind of what we do. We just push the envelope. I've been known to push the boundaries in other ways too. So that's what we do. And again, thank you very much. We are here. Actually, if you just gander over there, you'll see a big blue thing, big blue lighted up. That's where we are, booth 1019. You can also come adfos.com and see us on there too, and stop by. We don't have buttons, we don't have things, but maybe I have some drink tickets or something for something. So
that's not fair. You might not have buttons, but you have Johnny P in the booth, which is always fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of my favorite initials in the print world, HP. This is Mark Johnson. I always forget your title, but basically, if you are interested in inkjet technology in North America and Latin America and anywhere, this is the gentleman that you want to speak to. I've been traveling with you literally the world, and I do have to say one thing. I am not a drink of the Kool-Aid when it comes to presses at all, but I spent so much time with the inkjet team in Drupa and actually saw what this technology could do as a print customer, as a marketing person, not just a transactional process, but literally they were printing boxes, liner for boxes. They were printing Star Wars posters, which looked immaculate. As a buyer in an agency, you would have had to prove to me that it was printed on inkjet technology, which anybody out there in the advertising marketing world, give it a look. There's a lot of things it can do, a lot of variations, personalizations. I'll let you talk about it, but seriously, it really elevated my understanding of what is actually possible with these machines. So first of all, thank you for taking me to Drupa for so long and letting me hang out with you and all that other stuff. School! And here's Mark Johnson.
Thank you, Deborah. So hi, my name is Mark Johnson. I'm marketing manager for the Americas for our inkjet web presses, but I'm here talking about HP, which if you look at our sign at the booth, it's HP Reinvent Print. And Deborah kind of alluded to what we're talking about with HP and reinventing print. We want to look at print as a no boundaries kind of application. However you want to get the message out, we want to have a technology that helps you do that, whether it's Indigo for super high quality, lower run lengths, whether it's inkjet for long run lengths, lots of different kinds of applications, whether it's wide format for signage, whether it's drafting systems. We've got printers from 8.5 by 11 all the way up to 42 inches wide on a web press and all the way up to 110 inches wide for packaging. So lots of hardware in there, and that's great, but what I really want to emphasize that we're doing at this show is we're talking about applications, what these things do. So we've got a ton of not just things that we've concocted, but things that our customers are actually doing, making money with, changing, reinventing the marketing message that they do for their customers. So come by our booth and look at some of the applications that people are doing that we think are changing the world, both on the Indigo side, the inkjet side, the signage side, lots of stuff for you to look at. In addition, it's not just hardware and presses, it's also workflows. So we're also launching PrintOS. We did that at Drupa. We're announcing our 1,000th customer signing up for PrintOS, which is a cloud-based system. Lots of different workflow options that are available on demand. So you can look at that in our booth, talk with our experts about how that can work for you, both as a print buyer and how it interfaces with your workflow, as well as for printers who are at the show. Last but not least at the show, we've got a really cool thing happening. It's actually happening right now, so if you're watching online, sorry you can't be here for it. But for those of you who are here, from 10:30 until about noon or so, we've got the authors of Unsquaring the Wheel, Dr. Joe Webb, Chris Bondi, and Wayne Peterson, who wrote a very cool book about business transformation. Boring topic, right? They spiced it up by not just talking about how to change how you do business within your print company, but they actually show you examples of people who have done it. So Kathy Wise from DME and a few other folks are profiled in here. It's a great book, and what's really cool about this book is we've integrated a ton of technology into it. Besides being printed on an inkjet press with an indigo cover, there's also link reader technology incorporated throughout. So when you put your phone on top of it and scan it, whether it's the cover, whether it's the serial number, whether it's the technology descriptors inside, it actually comes to life on your tablet or phone and takes the book a step further. So that's kind of cool. Not only can you get the author to sign it, but you can see what the technology we're putting out there that makes books come to life. And this applies to education books, trade books, lots of different things. So come see the authors and get it signed today from 10 until 10 until noon, and then we'll have them again on Tuesday, and I believe that's the last day we have them. And if they're not there to sign it, come by and pick up a copy anyway. And if you can't get a copy, drop me a note at @PrinterMark on Twitter, and I will make sure that we get one out to you. Last but not least, at 4 o'clock, come have a drink with us. That's what we're giving away. So happy hour at 4. And we're going to be in here a lot today. You're going to have an inkjet panel. I'm going to let you rattle through what times they are, because there's a whole bunch of panels, but we're going to do our HP case study with the people that printed this book and the guys that wrote this book in here at 1:30. 2. Yeah, so I'm letting her do it. She sets the times.
2 to 3 is the case study.
Okay, 2 to 3. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. And just to reiterate, the inkjet panel is from 12:30 to 1:15, and then the case study cafe with HP, there'll be coffee, tea, snacks, and they're going to bring the authors of this book up here and discuss the process and all the cool stuff that went behind it, is from 2 to 3. Right now we have a really special guest with us, my friend from overseas, Morten, come up. Morten basically started a YouTube channel for the print industry, and I got involved. I was lucky to get involved early on. I guess I'm an early adopter of your platform. Morten takes my videos and translates them into how many different languages?
Just one, but we do transcriptions of the...
They do transcriptions of the original, but here's the thing. I still get the clicks on my YouTube channel, even though he has them on his. So this is why we love Morten. Here you are.
Thank you very much, Deborah. And I am from overseas, so I apologize my bad English first. I'm from Denmark. It's a small country. It's not even the size of a city here in the US, 5 million people. So why did we start a YouTube channel or an online TV channel called Inkish? This is our logo, just remember this. We did that because I've been in the printing industry since 2000. And basically, we are a small language because we speak Danish, and fortunately we are having English and German in school, so we have an opportunity to read other languages as well. But when I was searching on YouTube and I was searching on Google for information about anything in the printing industry that could inspire me and my business, it was either commercials from manufacturers, or it was printers who wanted to show how big machines they have, so to speak. So we thought that, okay, it could be interesting to make an English TV channel discussing about business and how to apply your equipment and how to inspire people from all over the world. So we have covered how money was invented in China. We have been participating in the print pack in Dubai. We have covered Drupa quite extensively. The first exhibition we did was last year here at Graph Expo. And we have now more than 100 hours of footage from around the world. And it's a strange project because we don't make any money on it right now. So it's that is not the good part of it, basically. What we try to do with the things we do is to inspire primarily business managers in this industry. So, for example, we have made a TV episode called BizView, and essentially we ask the same 7 questions to the presidents of federations all over the world. And it's very interesting because the issues and the problems in our industry is very universal, but all the answers is very different because we come from different cultures, from different market sizes, different challenges, and of course different people in the different federations. So even though we have like 4 episodes from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland, I'm certain that anybody who watches these episodes would find inspiration for how to get better with their own business, basically, and how to solve some of the issues we have in the industry. What we also try to do in order to make money on it is we will, in a couple of weeks, we will launch something we call English Biz app. English Biz app is an emotional app. It will send a notification to all the business leaders who wants to vote. And the question is very simple, the same questions every week. It says, how has your business been this week compared to last week? And you can say same, worse, or better. And basically the instant gratification is that you can see your own development in your own responses related to the average in the entire world. And if you go to English website, you will be able to break it down on country, on industry, on equipment. So we think it will give also our viewers a hopefully quite interesting approach to inspiration for their own business. Deborah, you were an early adopter, what's it called? Adapter? Yeah. Yeah. And I really, really appreciate your support. We are a 3-man company from a small hillbilly country outside the world. We could have been from the moon since we're here with the Printerverse, but we are not. We have quite high ambitions for what we want to achieve with what we do. And Deborah, you have been supporting and helping us from the beginning. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you very much. And as we say, skål! So Morten and I hung out in Drupa for what was probably my most interesting night there. I went out to dinner with
Don't say anymore.
I'm saying it, with the Norwegian contingency. It was people from Denmark, from Finland, from Sweden, and we went to a Mexican restaurant that served French food in Germany. Enough said. And then someone wanted, the waiter asked them if they wanted Chateaubriand, and they said, no, I'm drinking wine. So that was it was a very interesting, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And it was. So thank you so much for adopting me in Scandinavia. Is it Scandinavia? Am I allowed to say that? Okay. Thanks for adopting me in Scandinavia. And honestly, I hope your thing takes off because it's awesome. So thank you so much, and have a great day at the show. And everybody out there, find him. And anybody who can hear me, if you see Morten walking around, you want to talk to him. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's, eeny, meeny, miny, meeny, 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 yeah? Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know what to say other than everyone's been asking me, where did I get this awesome little alien from? And I say, you mean Lucky? Because he actually has a name. He has a chicken tattoo, but I'm not going to get into that. Let's just say it means something, the chicken calendar. But here's Lisa from GPA to tell you about another launch in the Printerverse.
So, good morning, everyone. As Deborah mentioned, my name is Lisa Baining. I'm the marketing manager for GPA, Specialty Substrate Solutions. We're located at booth 2940, which is all the way across the Graph Expo Hall, but excited to share today some of the great information that we're sharing here at Graph Expo. As Deborah mentioned, we are announcing a new exclusive to GPA product launch for the North American market. We are now carrying Paper Tiger durable papers for HP Indigo presses. So very excited. In honor of that, we're actually doing an Adopt a Tiger giveaway. So you can stop over in booth 2940 today, register to win, and also learn more about durable paper for HP Indigo presses on the Paper Tiger line. Some of the other offerings that we're also carrying that are new to Graph Expo this year, For offset presses, we have Azuna 3D film. This you have to see to believe. It actually gives you the look of a lenticular film without using software or some of the production processes behind that. On the wide format side, we're showcasing Illumographics, aluminum foil media, along with an 8mm opaque polypropylene banner material and other offerings as well. And on Toner Digital, we cannot forget them. We have a great new line of products coming in from our ownership at Federgoni in Italy. So stop over, you have to see a Constellation Jade sample. It's a pearlescent swirl paper. It's wonderful. So no matter what type of equipment you have, whether it's digital, Toner Digital, offset, wide format, even roll indigo, we have substrates for those now. Other things that we're also doing in the booth is doing a pre-release order for not one, but 2 new swatch books that we'll be launching this fall for offset as well as Toner Digital. And we're also taking requests for our new digital catalog. So when you think about Q4 being one of the busiest times of year for everyone, trying to come out with something new to really make a pop, stop by our booth, 2940, check us out, get your pre-release requests in. You can also check us out for those of you that are at home. Go to www.askgpa.com. I'm giving Avanti a hard time since we're ask and ask, but great minds think alike. You can also go to our Facebook page, again, handle being AskGPA. Check us out on Twitter and also YouTube. So we're there. We're your product team, your knowledgeable experts. Come over and stop by our booth and say hi. We love being part of the Printerverse, so as Deborah mentioned, we are Lucky's sponsors, as well as a lot of the different substrates that you're seeing in the booth today, including Deborah's Headbandians, which is a great tie-in to bring up our next friend, and her business cards on our pearlescent papers, so.
And also, Lisa and Bridget from GPA came with us on Saturday night. I took Team Printerverse to an escape room. And if there's ever an apocalypse, I'm going to GPA because these people were picking locks. I mean, these Chicago people, I don't know what's up with them, but they got us out of that escape room. So thank you for being so crafty. It was awesome team effort, but seriously, you guys are, I mean, people don't know, like, in 2 weeks we'll start saying, like, what are we doing next year? I mean, GPA is very into the Printerverse, so thank you guys so much. And shout out to Trina, who didn't make it, but she's the best, Trini. Love you, Trina. Thank you for all your support. This is someone I'm always like, Trina, you give so much, you know, let me, you know, let's, you know, how can I contribute? And she's like, stop it. Stop it. We'll take care of it. Yes, she got her shout out. Thank you so much. Speaking of headbandians, I don't even know if I can say this without having to hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Giordano from Skodex. Skodex. Skodex.
Hello. Thanks, Deborah. In case you didn't know, I'm from Skodex. My name is Matt Giordano. I'm the application specialist for North America for Skodex. I'm responsible for sales support, workflow implementation, and training. So I get to work with a lot of creatives in the industry as well to get them excited about our technology. What we do is we have a digital press that offers print enhancements. So we have dimensional print, so it's a clear polymer that gives it a real nice feel, makes it stand out like nothing else. And we can do digital foil now. So imagine doing on-demand digital foil, no more dyes, no more long, expensive processes to produce it, web-to-print, variable foil, something you couldn't do in the past. So we're very excited about this, and we had a great show at Drupa. We had 200 customers worldwide. We now have an additional 150 after Drupa, and we're really excited about Graph Expo and working with Deborah with Printerverse to really get our message out here in the States. So if you have any questions or you'd like to see samples, we're at booth 1037. We have all of our 2016 awards on display, so you can see what our customers have been doing worldwide. Some amazing pieces. Some of the stuff that they're doing is just, it'll blow your mind, and it's inspirational because you look at it and people don't think that you can do the types of things that they're doing with our technology. So it's exciting to see when they send this stuff in. And again, 1037, come see us. And if you can't make the booth, Skodex.com. Thanks.
At Skodex Sense is your Twitter account, but I need to embellish a little more. So first of all, we're talking about personalized variable data foil. personalized variable data varnish, for lack of a better term, but it's not. Scodex has a phrase on their site which is probably the most poignant I've ever seen in the industry. Touching is believing. If you are a printer out there and you have not looked at this technology, whether you're going to buy it or find a finisher who can do it for you, you're making a big mistake. When you put everything out on the table and something is scodified, which is what we call it, we've made Scodex a verb. If something is scodified and it's on the table, you put your hand out and you pick it up. That is winning, my friend. That is hashtag winning in the print industry. To get that attention from somebody, to make somebody say, wow, what is this? And then associate that with your customers, with your brand, whatever it might be, is a win in a mailbox. You cannot get this in an email. You can, packaging on shelves. I mean, I swear to God, I should sell these things just because I love them so much. And that's actually how Scodex found me. They heard there was some lunatic out there who loved Scodex so much and was just always talking about it. And they said, we want to work with you. So thank you so much for all your support. And Lynn and Amit in the booth, Scodex! And everybody out there who makes me scream Scodex all the time when they see me on the street. Scodex! Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce, really, you're an industry legend as far as I'm concerned. You are. You have seen it all. You have practically done it all. You have represented it all. You have inputted on strategic decisions for some of the biggest names out there. And right now, you are actually going to be representing one of my favorite companies, which is Horrific, because they actually can help my people. But I will let Helene explain this more. Ladies and gentlemen, Helene Cohn.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Helene, Deb, you used a name I haven't used in a long time, so I'm also known as Helene Cohn Smith in the industry. No, it's great. It's great. It'll remind some people from some time ago that I'm here around. I'm a strategic consultant to Horrific, and Horrific is the first company that does what they do that I've been involved with. So we've represented every kind of company except ink specifically, and Horrific, which does estimating, okay? So Horrific is actually, let me say this, I can be honest here because Deb's a really straightforward, honest New Yorker like I am, so I feel very comfortable here. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to tell you about a blog I wrote that explains everything, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit about it right now. And it's posted on my personal LinkedIn, so I don't know if you have to connect with me. It's called Cool Swedes, Bad Boys, and Being Fast. And that, for me, summed up what was happening in learning about Horrific over the last few months is all we've been together. These guys are printers. It's actually two ladies and a gentleman as well as their staff. They come from the printing side, and they felt what was very frustrating for them was how long it took to get a quote for a custom job, a really high-end custom job. 2 to 3 days is average and sometimes little. So here in an industry where we're automating everything and we're taking human touches out of everything and we're going really fast everywhere, and the customer's excited too because they're being sold on this automation, and here they are, it's all built up. It's all built up. Hi, everybody. Making eye contact here. I'm going to make eye contact with you too. They've got their excitement and their momentum, and suddenly it grinds to a screeching halt because they've got to wait now for quotes to come in. So Horrific decided they were going to do something about it, and lucky for them, they have an incredibly brilliant gentleman who was a printer there. He's the CTO. His name is Stefan Carlson, and he put together estimating technology that is so incredibly advanced that there's 3 different types of automation in this regard. It's conditional. There's different levels of conditional, which is an if-then scenario, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. If this happens, it's programmed in. If this happens and this happens, then this. Then you do this, right? Well, this is a little different. It knows what to do. It's got so much built-in intelligence at such an incredibly high level. And it accesses printers' own estimating servers, and it's got all their information. It's all custom, and it returns in less than a minute. Make changes, they return in less than a minute. do whatever you need to do. It's fabulous. And we have so much more going on because when he built this instant quote technology, he built something that was so powerful that now there's going to be new things coming out of it because people look at it and say, it's amazing and you can do this and that because everybody else is seeing. Anyway, I'm excited, you could tell. Okay, I said I was exhausted, but now I'm revved up. So everybody back home, please look at Arific.com. It rhymes with terrific. It's ARIFIQ. They're in booth 618. You can try it out. Oh, I forgot to say, it's all cloud-based. It's mobile. It's totally dynamic, and it's flat fee, no cancellation. It's like right there. It's everything. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much.
And before you step down, one of the reasons that I really fell in love with this product was, actually, it's kind of crazy because I learned about it through a random press release that I got as I was on my way to D-Scoop. No, that's okay. So I came up to me from a random press release, and I was like, what? I can get a quote in minutes? This is something, the bane of my existence, because I send out for a quote and I get it back 3 days from a printer, and if I don't get apples to apples from all my printers that I'm bidding with, I have to start the process again. And if somebody decides to change my specs and somebody decides, oh, they're going to help me and change my paper, then I have to go back and redo all my estimates again. And it is something that could keep this job from starting for weeks. And if I can do it myself, quite frankly, and then fine-tune when I need to fine-tune, once I pick the one that I want to go with, and then I can work directly with my printer, because I'm sorry, I'm a print production person, I need my printer to help me. I'm not going to just send a file out there without having a conversation. But it is something that enables me to do this on my time and get the information I need. But what really drew me to it is, I don't remember off the top of my head, what is that statistic about the buyers?
Oh, this is huge. Okay, so are you talking about 30% of jobs go to the first quote? Definitely. Time and time again, there's people in the audience nodding who know this information. So it's just a no-brainer. I want to say, by the way, besides the fact that I love Deb and really didn't even pay for what she said before, but she amazed me and I really thank her. She also refers me to a lot of people and referred me to Arific too, so I thank you very much for that.
Well, I believed in them, and I knew that they needed a special person with a technical background who understood how to communicate with the industry, so there was no other choice besides you. Oh, yay. That was our Love Fest for today. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back at 11:30 with a panel, Optimize Prime, Transforming Your Workflow. Good one, right? Good title? Like it? Like it? You like it, Joanne? Awesome. She helped me think of them. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in a bit.